Easy, guys. I put my pants on, just like the rest of you, one leg at a time. Except, once my pants are on, I make gold records.
Hey, vinyl community. It is me once again, Spin Doctor and Vinyl Mayhem. It's Kendall. And yeah, another video within a week of each other. Go figure, right? I thought after last week's video of showing you some stuff that I got from Big Love Vinyl, I would show you some stuff that I've picked up over the last couple months, really. Just from shops that are here local, like Noble, Lunchbox, etc. So a lot of good stuff, I think. Stuff that I've been excited about, stuff that I just happened to find here and there. Not really looking, just, oh look, why not pick that up type stuff. So anyway, let's get into it. I got a nice stack of records here, and we'll get into it. So here we go. First things first, guilty pleasure. I'll just go ahead and say it. Don't know how else to describe it, but I think Josh Groban is a phenomenal singer. He's got a great voice, and honestly, if you watch him in anything he's ever been in, TV show wise, he's really funny too. But that's beside the point. But this is something that just came out 2 weeks ago, I think. This is called Gems. This is on clear vinyl. It's a 2 LP, and it's basically a compilation of stuff that he's put out. So you got like, the big thing obviously is You Raise Me Up, because that was the thing that catapulted him into success. But stuff like February Song, Awake, You Are Loved, Don't Give Up, to where you are, and then some really good covers that he's done. Pure Imagination, obviously, from Willy Wonka, Over the Rainbow. When You Say You Love Me, that's another song actually I forgot about. He has a really great version of All I Ask of You with Kelly Clarkson, The Impossible Dream, and then one of my absolute favorite songs, Bridge Over Troubled Water, as well. So just a nice compilation of some stuff. I figured that's a really great thing to pick up, just to kind of listen to in the background while you're doing stuff, maybe reading a book, doing some paperwork, working or whatever, So pick that up. Again, a guilty pleasure thing. Pick this up at Lunchbox as well. This is the Best of Isaac Hayes. Isaac Hayes is a legend. Stax Records, the stuff he did there as a producer, as a writer, and then being able to release his own stuff as well. This was put out by Kraft, so it's done very, very well, and it sounds really, really good as well. Let's see, what does it say on the hype sticker here? Featuring 10 soulful singles from the Black Moses, including Walk On By, Never Can Say Goodbye, and the Academy Award winning theme from Shaft, of course. Mastered by Paul Blackmore. Yeah. But this sounds really good. Like I said, it's just 10 songs. For me, I'm not like a amazing Isaac Hayes fan. I just really need like the big stuff, and that's really what you got on here. Never Can Say Goodbye sounds great. Obviously Shaft, you gotta love that. Walk On By is really good as well. I Stand Accused, I really like that one. And by the time I get to Phoenix, which is a great country song actually as well. Then this also came out a couple weeks ago, remastered version of Load. Already listened to this once. It's on 2 LP, black vinyl. I gotta say, this album and Reload have actually grown on me a lot more recently. Maybe it was because I just saw them live. But songs like, I've always liked Until It Sleeps, but King Nothing, Hero of the Day, Bleeding Me, and honestly, Mama Said has always been one of my favorite songs. I just always loved the stripped down acoustic James and the guitar sound. Plus the meaning of that song, now more than ever, I guess, just because of what's happened over the last couple of years with me. But um, yeah, just always loved that song. Uh, and then of course to have the unedited version of the Outlaw Torn is really cool as well. But you know, uh, just a Metallic album I didn't have in my collection, so I figured I'd pick up the remastered version. I know a lot of people. I know some people that picked up the box set, and there's tons of extra stuff in there. So I didn't want all that. I just wanted the album. So very cool. Then this, I picked this up as well at Lunchbox, and I'm really glad I did because I didn't get it when it first came out on the website. But the Rhino High Fidelity of Alice Cooper, lo- love it to death. This thing sounds absolutely great. Uh, just maybe one of my favorite Rhino hi-fis that they've done. Um, I don't have anything to compare it to, of course, but it's just a really great album in general. Because it's so much more than I'm 18. Is It My Body's great. Long Way to Go is great. Ballad of Dwight Frye, love that one as well. Hallowed Be My Name is great as well. Just an all around great album. So I really hope they keep doing more Alice Cooper stuff. It's the 50th anniversary of Welcome to My Nightmare, so I'd love to see that one. But I don't know if they're going to do that. But that'd be great if they did. I I know Analog Productions just did that, but I really just wanted 33, not 45 RPM. But yeah, I was really glad I picked this one up. Um, Alice Cooper is just phenomenal, and he's got a new album or they've got a new album coming out as the actual remaining members of the Alice Cooper band, so that should be interesting. Looking forward to hearing that one. Don't know if I'm gonna buy that one right just yet because I don't know, but I've always loved Alice Cooper. Great show to see live. If you haven't ever seen him, he still rocks. Then I picked some stuff up from Noble as well over the last little while. I always stop by there, see Dylan and Logan, and I just happened to these were in a collection that they picked up a while back as well. And I couldn't pass these up because these were the only two Marcus King records I did not have. His first solo album, El Dorado. This is just the black version. Marcus King is so good, and then the Marcus King Band. This one, I think this one's just called the Marcus King Band. I don't think there's an actual. I believe this is the first one. Both of these are so good, and I'm so glad that the Marcus King Band is doing stuff right now. They've released a couple singles, and I'm hoping that means that there's an album coming out this year after his album from last year. We'll see. I don't know, but these are the only two that I didn't have in my collection now, and now that I have them, my Marcus King stuff is complete until he releases new stuff. So we'll see. But these, I've talked about him a lot. If you don't know Marcus King, you are missing out. He doesn't look like much. He's short little dude, little, little like Danny DeVito. um, long hair, long haired country boy, but got a soulful voice and one heck of a guitar player. Just blues guitar player, plays like just if uh, Hendrix and Buddy Guy and just any of those, Jimmy Page, Jeff Beck were all mushed into one. Eric Clapton, all those guys were mushed into one. Uh, that's Marcus King with a soulful, just great voice. So yeah. So I'm really hoping Marcus King Band, we got a new album coming out. That's what I'm hoping for. And then I was there again a different day, and I saw this, and I thought it was a bootleg just because of how clean it was. I already have this album, but it doesn't look as good. My vinyl looked really good, but the cover, not this great. This is Talus. This is Sink Your Teeth Into It. This is their second album. Um, Talus is a late 70s, early 80s, just hard rock band. I'm sure there's some people out there that know who they are. This was the band that I believe they opened for Van Halen or played with on a bill with Van Halen at one time, and that's how David Lee Roth, I believe, discovered Billy Sheehan, who plays bass, who, for this band, because they actually released a record a couple years ago, which I have as well. But and that's how Billy Sheehan ended up playing bass for David Lee Roth's solo band. But this is just a great late '70s, early '80s hard rock band. And I've never seen this album this clean before, like the cover and everything. So I had to buy an upgrade copy of it because it just looked so good. It's on the Relativity um, label, not a label I'm very familiar with, but these guys are from New Jersey. Um, if you don't know this group, check them out. They're really good. I have a funny feeling Mr. Hall of Fame, Brandon and JC probably know these guys just because they're into the '80s hard rock. Probably also Aaron Ethan Anu probably knows these guys too. So anyway, just check them out. Um, Also, I've been, you know me, I love the blues, and I've been really into these Bluesville titles that Kraft has been doing with Analog Productions. So I picked up the Buddy Guy one that came out last a couple weeks ago, and then I was bummed out that I missed out on the Burn in Hell by John Lee Hooker. But yesterday I was at Noble, and he had a copy that I guess came in a collection, and it was used, but it was still in the shrink and like brand new. So picked that up for a really really good price because I looked on Discogs and they're going for kind of stupid money right now. But anyway, great album. Both of these are great albums. This is Buddy Guy and Burning Hell by John Lee Hooker. These are great releases. These Bluesville stuff. I'm very particular with my old blues though, so if it's not somebody I'm really into, I pass on them. But I love Buddy Guy and I love John Lee Hooker, so I just wait for more titles like this, and I automatically pick these up if I can. So, but I love what they're doing with these, so I hope they keep putting out great titles like this. Um, this one, uh, again, Buddy Guy live performance from like '68 or something. Uh, some great stuff on this. I got my eyes on you. The things I used to do. You give me fever. Knock on wood. So good. And then this one, I love this because it's just him and his guitar, and you got him doing "Baby Please Don't Go," uh, "Smoke Stack Lightning," "Key to the Highways" on this. Just some really good stuff is on this one too. So, and they sound just absolutely phenomenal. All done by Matt Luthans, and from the uh, the master tapes. So, just done very very well. Quiet vinyl, all that good stuff. Trying to hurry up here. Just got a couple more on the show. This was sent to me by somebody that I came into contact with through Doug Osbury. We have a Facebook group, and Travis Rogers knows I'm a huge shrink wrap with hype sticker guy, but he also knows I'm a huge Weird Al fan, and he saw this at one of his locals. I already have this album, but I don't have it this clean with the hype stickers. And still, I mean, this thing came from Walmart many years ago. It's still got the price tag, got the amazing hype sticker, and this thing is super super clean. This is a great record, obviously. Weird Al, Dare to Be Stupid, Got Like a Surgeon, Dare to Be Stupid, Yoda. Um, just a great record, and thank you, Travis, for thinking of me. I do appreciate it, man. Uh, I mean, I already have this record, but this is by far just amazing. To have this, I mean, this makes my record look like trash, honestly. So, very excited to add this to my collection. I would be getting rid of my other one for sure. So excited. Um, and I have played it. It sounds great. Um, I picked this up a couple weeks ago when it came out. Uh, Brian Glick introduced me to this band. These guys are from Australia. It's the Teskey Brothers. This was their first album, and it's been out of print for a while. And they reissued and re-released their first two albums because you can't find them. Um, and it's called Half Mile Harvest. I have their second album. I was able to pick that up used at Lunchbox a couple months, well, probably the end of last year, maybe beginning of this year. I was very surprised to find it, but when I saw that they were reissuing their first two albums, I knew I had to pick this up because this is just a great album. These guys, the lead singer sounds like Otis Redding reincarnated, and when you look at him, you don't expect him to sound the way he sounds because he's a white dude with long blonde hair and a beard, and just absolutely phenomenal. They actually have a new live album coming out next month that has them doing a cover of Try a Little Tenderness. Oh my gosh. I mean, the only thing that sounds better than that is Otis Redding doing that song because it's his song. It's the best cover version of that I've ever heard in my life. But this is just a great album. So very excited to pick this up. Love these guys. They're coming to Charlotte in September, playing the Fillmore. It's on a Thursday. I don't like going to concerts during the week, so I don't know. We'll see. I'd like to go see them, but I don't know. Anybody out there in the Charlotte area that wants to go see the Teskey Brothers in September, let me know. Maybe we'll meet up and go see them together. So I don't think my wife's going to want to go, it being a Thursday and everything. And then lastly, I picked this up just last week because Lunchbox posted that they were putting it on their wall, and this is the last of the albums by him that I really need that are accessible because History Volume 1 is just pretty much non-existent to get. Yes, it was released, but just impossible. But yes, I picked up a copy of Michael Jackson's Dangerous, an original copy, not the crappy reissue that came out a few years back. This is an original OG 2LP on Epic, and it is actually in the shrink wrap as well. Very cool. It's so funny. Everyone talks about like Thriller or even Off the Wall, but I think people sometimes forget to talk about how great this album is because it was such a different change for what he had done with Thriller and Bad and Off the Wall. He wanted to kind of go in a new direction. Obviously, he looked very different than he did from his last records. We won't get into that, but his hair was longer. He was married at the time to Lisa Marie, but anyway, added a lot of different kind of elements, the rap, the beatboxing, just noise, just a lot of other stuff. There's just so many great songs on this. There's songs that I'm not a big fan of, like Jam. I could do without that one. It's the first track, but songs, obviously, I still remember the first time I heard Black or White and I saw the music video. I mean, that thing, I remember it was a big deal. It was like on VH1 and MTV and Fox. It premiered all at the same time. It was like you clicked to a bunch of different channels and it was on. Macaulay Culkin was in it. George Wendt, who was pretty, he passed on, but I believe Slash was even in the music video, even though he didn't play on the song. But just, Black or White, Gone Too Soon, Remember the Time, Heal the World, Give In to Me, which I believe Slash does play on that one. Who Is It? Keep the Faith. She Drives Me Wild. I mean, just so many good songs are on this one too. And like I said, just wide variety, wide spectrum of sound. And of course, I bought this like the day before, and Mobile Fidelity announced this was coming out on 33 RPM, not a one step. Very interesting. But anyway, that's what I got for you tonight, guys. Hope you enjoyed my recent pickups and all that good stuff. If you did, leave me that old thumbs up. If you would, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. All that good stuff. I'd appreciate it. Leave me some comments, of course. I appreciate that too. Anyway, guys, until next time, I will catch you later. Thank you.